Hello everyone and welcome to my channel once again. Peace be upon you all. And in today's video I'm going to show you guys how to crochet this beanie. It's very simple and easy to make. It looks very complicated, but it is absolutely not. If you only know the basic stitches of the crochet, like front post double treble or front post double or front post treble crochets, etc., you can easily make that. I made this one already and I am going to make this one for the video's sake. I did not attach any pom-pom on this one, but I did attach on this one. I did not attach on this one because I wanted to leave it as it was. I thought it was okay even without the pom-pom also, first. And secondly, because I can't make a very good neat pom-pom, as you guys can see, but still I am not giving up and I am trying my level best to achieve the target of making very neat and even pom-poms. Otherwise I'm going to buy ready-made ones. So the length of the beanie, width of this beanie is approximately 8.5 inches, and the length of it is approximately 8 inches. I used same stitches and same pattern and everything in both beanies, but I used different yarns, different thickness of the yarn in both beanies. So in this beanie is approximately 7.5 to 8 inches wide, and the length of the beanie is approximately 7 inches. There is a slightly little bit difference of the size, but it makes a lot of difference when it comes to the size. Here you guys can see this one is a little bit wider and longer than this one. The yarn I used is, in this beanie I used this yarn. It's Danish acrylic yarn, and the yardage of the yarn is that it's 50 gram of the yarn, and it's 50 gram of the yarn, and into the 50 gram of the yarn there is 133 meters of the yarn. And I used this yarn in this beanie, and in this beanie I used this one, and it's also an acrylic yarn, and into this this is 400 gram of the yarn, and into the 400 there is 1200 meters of the yarn. If you divide 1200 with the 4, then it's 300 meters of the yarn in 100 grams of the yarn. And this is also acrylic yarn. I love this yarn. I bought a lot of these because it's easy to use just one ball instead of you have to restart the yarn again and again. So yeah, this is how it is. And the crochet hook I used in both beanies is 4mm crochet hook, or I call it my favorite crochet hook. So this is how this beanie looks when it's worn. This is the top of the beanie. This is how it looks without pom-pom, and I think it's okay. It looks okay even if we don't attach any pom-pom on the top of that, like that. And I will show you guys the other one also. This is how the other one looks. I'm sorry it's not easy to show the whole beanie in one frame, but still I am trying. This is how it looks from the sides, and this is how it looks from the top. Ignore my pom-pom, but this is how it looks right now, and this is more to what you call it, adult size beanie, and this one can be used for the kids because of the size. And in the video I will try my level best to explain as many detail or as much detailed as I can. And I always say at the end of the all of my videos, but that if there is any confusion or there is anything you guys did not understand, comment below. So you guys are always more than welcome to ask any question or give me any suggestion, or even if there is any critic, I am ready to take the critic. It's okay, you guys can criticize me, it's completely all right. So this is how it looks, so let's get started. The starting point of this beanie is here on the bottom, and for that what we are going to do is we are going to make basic chains, and the multiple of the stitches we are going to use or we are going to need to use are 10. I will make 60 or 70 chains. You can make as many chains as you want to, it depends on the width of the beanie. So I will first of all I will start with the slip knot, and then I will make 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 10. I am going to chain 70. You can chain as many chains as you want to be. Just make sure that the numbers of the chains has to be as many as which can be divided by 10. So I will make rest of the chains on off camera, and then I will resume the video again. After chaining 70, I am going to slip stitch into the first chain, which is this one. You just have to make sure that you don't twist this cord, and that's it. Chain 3, 1 2 and 3, and this starting chain 3 does not count as our first double crochet. I will make a double crochet into the same chain where I have made chain 3, 1 double crochet, and then 1 double crochet into each and every chain. Like that. I will make rest of the round off camera. What I'm going to do is that I'm going to make simply 1 double crochet into each and every chain all the way to the end. Slip stitch, skip this starting chain 3 and slip stitch on the top of our first double crochet, which is this one. Slip stitch on the top of that, and then chain 3, 1 2 and 3, and again this starting chain 3 does not count as our first double crochet. We are going to convert this starting chain 3 from last round and this double crochet into our front post double crochet, like that. We will make a back post double crochet into the next, front post double crochet into the next, back post double crochet into the next. This is the pattern we are going to repeat all the way to the end. Front post double crochet into the next and back post double crochet into the next all the way to the end. Slip stitch on the top of our first front post double crochet. We are going to skip this starting chain 3 like that. And now I will make chain 3. 1 2 3. I will do what we did here. I will convert starting chain 3 and first double crochet from last round into front post double crochet like that, and then back post double crochet into next back post double crochet, front post double crochet into next front post double crochet, back post double crochet into next back post double crochet. This is the pattern I am going to repeat. I will make a front post double crochet into all front post double crochets, a back post double crochet into all back post double crochets all the way to the end. Slip stitch on the top of our first double crochet and then chain 3, 1 2 3, and repeat last round once or twice. It depends on the length of this ribbing you want to. I think I will repeat this around maybe once more, and then I will check if I need more length of the ribbing, then maybe I will repeat the pattern twice. But repeat the last row for once or twice more, and then I will resume the video again. Slip stitch on the top of our first double crochet, front post double crochet, which is this one. We are going to skip this starting chain 3. I will make chain 3, 1 2 3, and now what I will do is that we are going to start working on these cable stitches. For that, what I am going to do is we are going to work in double front post double treble crochets. For that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap the yarn once, twice and thrice. We are going to wrap the yarn 3 times around the crochet hook. Then this is the double crochet, front post double crochet, where I have slip stitched. What I am going to do is I'm going to skip next back post double crochet and next front post double crochet, and into the third one, which is this one, I am going to make front post double treble crochet. I have wrapped the yarn 3 times around my crochet hook. I will insert the crochet hook from the behind into that back post double crochet, grab the yarn, pull through once in 2 loops, 2 3 and 4 times. Wrap the yarn around your crochet hook 3 more times like that, and work a front post double treble into next front post double crochet. Insert the crochet hook from behind, grab the yarn and pull through 2 loops at a time, 1 2 3 and 4 times. Again make one more double front post double treble crochet into next back post double crochet. Insert the crochet hook from behind, grab the yarn and pull through 1 2 3 and 4 times. We have skipped these 2 double crochets after our first front post double crochet. We have skipped these 2 double crochets and we have made 3 front post double treble crochets into next 3 stitches. What we are going to do now is we are going to work double treble crochet again, but we are going to work here back in the starting point. This is where we slip stitched. This is the chain 3 from the last round, and this is the double crochet from the last round. We are going to convert them into one stitch. So we are going to make a front post double treble crochet around the post of them like that. Pull through 1 2 3 and 4. Wrap the yarn around your crochet hook 3 times more, and this is the next available stitch from here. This is back post double crochet from the last round. Insert the crochet hook from behind and make front post double treble into that as well. It's not easy when you are working backwards, but you will get used to it. We have made 2 double front post double treble crochets here. We are going to make one more. This is the second double front post double crochet that we skipped in the start. We are going to make a front post double treble crochet into that, and then pull through 1, 2, 3 and 4. So now our first part of these cable stitches, this small section, is complete. We are going to work on the next one. For that, what we are going to do is simply wrap the yarn around your crochet hook 3 times. This is where we made our already we have made our front post double crochet. This was the last front post double treble crochet of the set of 3 stitches we made at the start. We are going to skip next double crochet and the double crochet after that, and into the next we are going to make double treble front post double treble crochet. Pull through 1, 2, 3 and 4. Wrap the yarn around your crochet hook 3 more times. Make double front post double treble crochet into the next 2 stitches into this one and the next one as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wrap the yarn around your crochet hook 3 times. This is next available crochet. We are going to make front post stitch into that as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we are going to work backwards. For that, this stitch we just made is this stitch here. We are going to make another double treble crochet front post stitch double treble crochet into this one as well. This stitch is this one in this section. This is the last or first last stitch of the first set of 3 double treble crochets we made. So we are going back here and we will make front post double treble crochet around the post of this stitch, which is this one. In this section it is this one. So we are going to make front post double treble crochet around the post of that. Pull through 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Wrap the yarn around your crochet hook. We have 2 unworked stitches here which we skipped. We are going to make our next front post stitch into that. From now on I won't be referring a double treble crochet as double treble crochet because it takes a lot of time. So we will just call them the front post stitches. Wrap the yarn 3 more times again and make front post stitch into the next double crochet. This is the second double crochet we skipped before. So complete your front post stitch, and now your second set of these cable stitches is completed. It doesn't look good right now, but trust me, when you will start working the next round you will see the texture of the pattern better. I will show you guys the pattern once more, and then I will make rest of the video off camera. This is where we have already made the last front post stitch of the 3 set of the stitches. This was the last one which we make upwards or forward. These are the stitches we made backwards. I'm talking about the stitches we made forward. This is last one. So after that skip 1 and 2 stitches, and into the third one make front post stitch. 3 and 4. Make 1 front post stitch into next 2 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, and into the next one as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the stitch. This is stitch, the last stitch of the forward, which we made, the forward stitches which we made. This was the last stitch. This is this stitch in this section. So we are going to make 1 front post stitch into that one, into the same stitch where we have already made our stitch. We are going to make one more. 1, 2, 3, 4. First one completed. We are going to make 1 front post stitches into next 2 stitches. These are the stitches we skipped. Like that, and complete your stitch once more into the next one. Like that. So the third section of these cable stitches is complete. Now we are going to repeat this pattern, which is that we will, this is the stitch where we made our last stitch of the stitches we made this what you call it, anti-clockwise. This is the stitch we made, the last one, and then these are 3 stitches we made backwards. These are the stitches we made forward. So this is the last stitch. After that stitch, skip next 2 stitches and make 1 front post stitch into next 3 stitches. Then go back again. This is where we made the last stitch when we were working up forward. Make 1 into that and 1 into each of next 2 stitches which we have skipped. Repeat this pattern all the way to the end. I hope it was easy. I'm trying my level best to make it as detailed as I can. So I will make rest of the round off camera, and then I will resume the video again. I am at the end of this round, and at the end of this round I have 4 unworked double crochets or 4 unworked stitches, 1, 2, 3 and 4. What I am going to do is 1, 2 and 3. I am going to skip next 2 stitches and I will make 1 front post stitches into next 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, and into the next one. And we have to make set of 3 stitches. So the next one we will make, this is where we have made starting chain 3, and this is the first front post double crochet from the last round. We are going to make our 3rd stitch around the post of that, where we have already made 1 front post stitch. I am going to make 1 more in that. Sorry, my hands are sweaty, so crochet hook is a bit slippery. So I will complete the stitch 1, 2, 3 and 4. So now our set of 3 stitches is complete. I'm going to Repeat rest of the pattern. This is the last front post stitch. I am going to make one into that. 1 2 3 4 and one into next two skipped stitches. One into next and one into the one after that, this one, and this is the last stitch we are going to make in this round. And now I will skip starting chain 3, and this is the first front post stitch we made. So I am going to, these are the stitches that are on the background. So this is the first stitch. I am going to slip stitch on the top of that, like that. Now our first round is complete. I am going to change the color for the next round. To start our next round, what we will do is that we will slip stitch into the next stitch and the stitch after that. This is the last stitch of the set of 3 stitches. I'm going to slip stitch into that, and now I will join the other color. Like that. And then make chain 3. 1 2 3. This starting chain 3 does not count as our first stitch. So what I will do now is I will wrap the yarn 3 times around my crochet hook. I will skip these 3 stitches which are on the front, and then I will skip these 3 stitches on the front, and I will work into these 3 front post stitches which are on the background. I will make first front post stitch into the first one. 1 2 3 4. One into the next one. And one into the last one, this one. 1 2 3 4. What we will do now is that we are going to work into these skipped stitches. We have skipped 3 stitches, 1 2 3. We are going to make front post stitches into them, but what we are going to do is this time is we will fold these stitches a little bit forward. We will go on the background. We will push these stitches a little bit forward so that these 3 stitches on the background are visible or exposed, and we will make one front post stitch into each of these 3 stitches. 1 this is second one, 2, and this is the third one. One front post stitch into the skipped 3 stitches. This is how it should look. Now wrap the yarn your crochet hook 3 times, and again skip next 3 stitches, these ones, and push these stitches a little bit down so the stitches on the background are exposed. Make one front post stitch into next 3 stitches. 1 2 and 3 into the third one. 1 2 4, like that. Again we are going to repeat what we did here. We will wrap the yarn 3 times around the crochet hook, fold these stitches a little bit forward and grab these stitches like that, so that these stitches are exposed, because they are a little bit hidden from front. So these are these 3 stitches. We are going to make one front post stitch into each of these 3 stitches. 1, this is next one, 2, third or last one, like that. Now our second portion or second section of this what you call it, cable stitches are is done. Like this is one, this is second, this is what we have done so far. I will show you guys once more and then I will do rest of the round off camera. Skip next 3 stitches, go directly into these 3 stitches which are on the background, make one front post stitch into next 3 stitches. 1 2 and 3, like that. Now grab these stitches with your thumb from the background and fold this these stitches a little bit forward, so that these 3 stitches are exposed. Make one front post stitch into these 3 stitches. 1 2 and 3. This is the pattern we are going to repeat all the way to the end. We will skip next 3 stitches which are on the front. We will make one front post stitch into next 3 stitches which are in the background. Then we will fold our work which we have made little bit front, and we will go back into these 3 stitches and we will make 3 front post stitches into these. Repeat this pattern all the way to the end. I am at the end of this round, and these are those stitches where we slip stitched here and then we slip stitch into next 2 stitches and then we made chain 3. We are going to make stitches into those stitches in the background. For that, this is our chain 3 from the last round. We are not going to make any stitches onto that. We are going to skip that. We're going to make our first front post stitch into the first available stitch. 1 2 3, 1 into the next one, and 1 into the last one, and now what we will do, as I said, we will grab these stitches, fold these stitches forward, wrap the yarn twice and make one front post stitch into these 3 stitches. 1 2 2 and 3. This is the chain 3 from the last round. Starting chain 3, we are going to skip that. We are not going to make any what you call it, stitches onto that. And then this is the first front post stitch from at the start of this round. These are the stitches which are on the front. We are going to slip stitch on the top of that, like that. And now what we will do is that we will slip stitch into next 2 stitches, into the next one and the one after that. These are the stitches which are on the front, and then we will slip stitch into the next one, the first stitch on the background. We will slip stitch onto that, and then I will pick the gray color and I will make chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, and then I will skip next 2 stitches which are on the background, and I will make one front post stitch into next 3 stitches which are on the front. 1, 1 into the next one, and 1 into the next one, 2, 3. And now we will go back into these stitches which are on the background, but this time instead of working from the behind, we are going to work into these stitches which are in the background, but we are going to work them from the front, like that. From the front we will insert into the first available stitch. This is where we have made our last slip stitch, and then we made chain 3. 1 front post stitch into the next one, and 1 into the last one. So our first set of these cable stitch, or the section of cable stitches, complete. What we will do now is skip next 3 stitches in the background and make one front post stitch into next 3 stitches. Like that. And now make one front post stitch into these stitches in the background, but we are going to work them from the front, like that. One into the next one, and 1 into the next one. We are going to repeat this pattern. We will skip next 3 stitches which are on the background, and we will make one front post stitch into next 3 stitches, and then we will work from the front, because we are going to bring these stitches on the front like we did here. And from the working from the front, we will make one front post stitch into these 3 stitches. We will repeat this pattern all the way to the end. I am at the end of this round. I just wanted to say one thing, that this is the starting chain 3 and this is the last front post stitch. I'm going to convert both of these, or you can just skip this chain 3 and make a front post stitch into last stitch. And now what we will do is we will slip stitch into the first stitch on the background. The first front post stitch is this one in the background, not in the front, not on the front. This is starting chain 3. We are going to skip that, and then I will slip stitch into the first stitch, and then I will slip stitch into next 2 stitches which are on the background, and then slip stitch into the on the top of our first stitch which is on the front. And then I will pick the other color and I will make 1, 2, 3 chains. And now what we will do is we are going to repeat last 2 rounds, this one and this one, as many times as you want to. In this beanie I repeated for total these cable rounds 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or you can repeat it as many times as you want to until you get the length of the beanie minus these. I think it will be approximately 1.5 inch when we are going to start the decreasing rounds. Here our decreasing rounds start from here, which is approximately 1.5 inches or maximum 2 inches, but I think it's 1.5 inches. Continue repeating these two rounds until you get the length of the beanie you want minus 1.5 inches. I will make rest of these rounds off camera, and then I will resume the video again when we are going to start our decreasing rounds. So I am at the end of this round and I repeated these rounds for total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. Now what I am going to do is that I am going to slip stitch into our first stitch from this round, and which is this one. On the top of that I am going to slip stitch and then slip stitch into next 3 stitches, 2, and the third one is this one. I am going to slip stitch into that, and then I will change the color and chain 1, 2, 3. And now what I will do is that instead of double treble, we are going to make front post treble crochets in this round. Make 1 front post treble crochet into first 2 stitches like that, one into the first one and one into the next one like that. And now we will wrap the yarn around the crochet hook twice again, skip this first stitch, and into the next 2 we are going to make front post treble crochet. We are skipping 1 stitch in each sets of each and every set of 3 stitches like that. Again, wrap the yarn twice around crochet hook, skip these stitches, make 1 front post treble crochet into next 2 stitches, 1 and 2. and then make we will leave the last stitch unworked, and here we will skip the first stitch, this one. These are the stitches which are on the background. We are going to skip this one and make one front post treble crochet from working from the front into next 2 stitches. 1 and 2. The second set of stitches is complete. We are going to repeat this pattern all the way to the end by making one front post treble crochet into these 2 stitches, and then working from the front we are going to skip first stitch and then one front post treble crochet into these 2, and we will leave this stitch unworked. We will repeat this pattern all the way to the end. I am at the end of this round and I'm going to slip stitch on the top of our first stitch, which is this one, and then I will change the color. Sorry, I will slip stitch into next 2 stitches, this one and I'm going to slip stitch into this one and that stitch after that. These both stitches are on the background, and then we will slip stitch into the first stitch which is on the front like that, and then I will make chain 3. I will change the color and then I will chain 3, and this starting chain 3 does not count as our first stitch. What I will do now is that I will make front post double crochet, not treble or double treble. I'm going to make front post double crochet into next 2 stitches, these 2 which are on the front. First one and the second one. Now these are the stitches which are on the background. We are going to make one back post double crochet into the first one. Instead of front post, we are going to make back post double crochet into that. Make one front post double crochet into next 2. We are going to skip the second stitch on the background, and we are going to work again on the front, and we will make a front post double crochet into these 2 stitches, 1 and 2, and then again we will make back post double crochet into the first stitch in the background, skip next stitch in the background and make front post double crochet into next 2 stitches, first one and the second one. Again one back post double crochet into first stitch in the background, and skip the next one. This is the pattern I am going to repeat all the way to the end. I will skip next stitch, one front post stitch, one front post, one front post double crochet into the next 2, one back post double crochet into the next, and then skip the next one. Repeat this pattern all the way to the end. Slip stitch on the top of our first stitch, which is this one. This is our starting chain 3. We are not going to make any stitch into that. slip stitch on the top of our first front post double crochet and then change the color. Make chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and again this starting chain 3 does not count as our first double crochet. What we are going to do is we are going to make a decrease over next 2 front post double crochets. For that, wrap the yarn around the crochet hook, insert the crochet hook from the from the back, grab the yarn and pull up a loop like that. You have 3 loops on your crochet hook. Pull through first 2 loops. Again wrap the yarn around your crochet hook and insert from behind into next front post double crochet. Pull through first 2, second 2 and third 2 loops, and we have made a decrease, front post double crochet decrease. The next stitch is back post double crochet. We are going to make simple back post double crochet into that. Again front post double crochet 2 together over the next 2 stitches like that. Sorry, I made mistake here. Insert from the behind, grab the yarn, pull up a loop and pull through first 2 loops. You have 2 loops left on your crochet hook. Again front post like that, pull through first 2 and then pull through all of these 3 loops at once. Back post double crochet into the next, front post double crochet decrease into next 2 stitches. Wrap the yarn around your crochet hook, insert from the behind, grab the yarn, pull up a loop, pull through first 2 loops. You have 2 loops left on your crochet hook. Do the same over the next front post double crochet. You have 3 loops, pull through all of 3 loops, then simple back post double crochet into the next like that. This is the pattern you are going to repeat. Make decrease over next 2 front post double crochets. By the decrease should be made in front post double crochets, and then back post double crochet into the next. We are decreasing, we are converting these 2 front post double crochets into 1 front post double crochet like here, and then back post double crochet in all back post double crochets. Slip stitch on the top of our first front post double crochet, which was this one, and then we are going to change the color. What we are going to do now is that chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and as I said, chain 3 does not count as our first double crochet. So what we are going to do is we are going to convert this front post double crochet and this back post double crochet into 1. So we are going to decrease these 2 stitches into 1. Wrap your yarn around your crochet hook, insert from the behind, pull up a loop and pull through first 2 loops. You have 2 loops left on your crochet hook. Wrap your yarn again on your crochet hook. This time this is our back post double crochet. Insert the crochet hook from behind, pull up a loop, pull through first 2 loops and then 3 loops. Again this is our next front post double crochet. I am going to wrap the yarn around my crochet hook, insert from behind, pull up a loop, pull through first 2 loops, leaving the last 2 loops unworked, and then I'm going to insert the crochet hook from from front, like that, into back post double crochet, like that. Pull through first 2 loops and then 3 loops. Again, I will show you guys once more. Wrap the yarn around your crochet hook, insert from behind, pull up a loop, pull through first 2 loops, leaving 2 loops unworked. This is back post double crochet. Wrap your yarn around your crochet hook, insert the crochet hook from front into that back post double crochet. You have 4 loops on your crochet hook. Pull through first 2 loops and then 3 loops. This is the pattern we are going to repeat by converting these 2 stitches, this front post double crochet and back post double crochet, into one. Repeat this pattern all the way to the end. Slip stitch on the, skip this starting chain 3 and slip stitch on the top of our first stitch. Change the color, and now we are going to convert. This is one stitch and this is the next stitch. We are going to convert these 2 stitches into one. Make chain 3, 1 2 3, insert the crochet hook from behind, like that, pull up a loop and pull through first 2 loops, leaving the last 2 loops unworked, and then we will do the same into next stitch. Pull through first 2 loops and then 3 loops. Again, insert the crochet hook from the behind. They look like 2 stitches, but if you see from the top, they are 1 stitch because we decreased them in the last round. So grab the yarn, pull through first 2 loops, leaving 2 loops unworked. Again into the next one, into the next one, pull through 2 loops and then 3 loops. Repeat this pattern all the way to the end by converting next 2 stitches into one front post double crochet. Slip stitch on the top of our first stitch, which is this one. This is starting chain 3, which we are going to skip, and then cut a little bit longer tail of the yarn because we are going to do some sewing. So just cut the yarn and then cut the other yarn. Pull through to secure it. This is how it looks from the top right now. Insert these ends of the yarn inside the beanie and then turn it inside out like that, and then we are going to do some sewing. We are going to close this we have this hole, we are going to close it, and for that thread the needle and then first make a knot like that. Thread the needle and simply make zigzag stitches like that, in and out of the stitches, like that, and then pull it as tight as you can, and then simply make knot to secure the ends like that, make a couple of knots, and now I am going to hide these tails off camera so that I can save some time, and then I will resume the video again. So this beanie is also done, it's complete now, and I have tried to make a pom-pom and attach on the top. I'm not very good at all at making pom-poms, but still I'm not giving up, I'm still trying. This is how it looks, and I have already made this one. There are some differences in the size, which I will tell when I will give the introduction of the beanie right from the start, so you guys will know the difference between the size and all that. I tried my level best once again to make it as clear and as understandable as I could, but still, if there is anything that you guys did not understand, or if there was anything confusing or anything like that, please let me know, and I'll try my level best to help you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and happy crocheting. Peace be upon you all.